NAACP Youth and College Division. My name is Siobhan Subin, and I'm a current member of the Texas NAACP State Finance Committee. In today's Executive Committee training segment, I will go over tips and tricks that will help manage and build your unit's finances. The structure of this segment will proceed in the following order. First, I will discuss general information along with a few tips and tricks that can be used across all units. Then I will speak to college chapters and youth councils individually to provide insight that is more specific to those units. Lastly, I will provide a few scenarios on ways you can use and budget your chapter's finances or lack thereof. So let's dive in. All units do need to discuss their goals for your unit's finances. That can look different between youth councils, college chapters, and even campus to campus. One unit's goal may be to send all their members to national convention, while the other may be to have food at a general body meeting. Regardless of your overall goal, every unit should be budgeting for quarterlies, which occur 3 times within a year, state convention, national convention, and unit assessments fees. Based on the location of each event, the needed funding could look very different, but your unit should be considering travel, registration, and lodging costs. To ensure you are making concrete goals, estimate the price value so your unit can have a numerical goal as well. Outside of quarterly, state convention, national convention, and unit assessment fees, your unit might budget to spend money on programs or events specific to your unit. I will discuss more in depth in an example later in this segment that will give more detail on how to utilize and allocate your funds in an adequate manner. In order to stay in compliance as a unit, you must hold a general body meeting at least once a month, and oftentimes, we know to get young people to come out, you have to incentivize their presence. Good tactics include, though not limited to, free food and giveaways. While those could be helpful to draw new members and maintain old ones, don't spend money on temporary items unless necessary. So be sure to solicit from vendors near you. You can find more information on solicitation during the Community Coordination Chair Shanti Wilson segment on solicitation letters. When you are considering your goals and what to budget for, remember you can't budget money that you don't have. A great way to build finance is through fundraising. So I know of young babies, 5-year-olds, can do lemonade sales and be successful, that y'all as growing adults can attempt to have a profitable effort as well. There are the traditional fundraising tactics such as bake sales and car washes. Check out Kaylee Cooper, the Texas State Treasurer's PowerPoint on how to build fundraisers for more information. You can also partner with local franchises to put on for-profit nights. Be sure to get more information during the Finance Committee segment led by Copenhagen Elliott on for-profit nights. Vendors are often also willing to partner or sponsor events, and in essence, that is the equivalent to a large solicitation. So depending on your needs, you can ask for a specific item or even a quantitative dollar amount. This next part is specifically for youth councils. You can utilize all the previous information, but also ask your branch for support. Fundraisers will be the most direct way you can get involved in developing your own unit's finances, though your branch may be able to assist you as well. In order to request funds from your branch, you have to submit a proposal. Kaylee Cooper, the Texas State Treasurer, has outlined how you can create a proposal in her PowerPoint detailing fundraisers. Now for college chapters. Your college or university is a great resource. Great ones to look into are your school's student government, departmental funding, and multicultural affair, inclusion, diversity funding. Another way to get funding is through on-campus partnerships, such as other organizations. Before I conclude this segment, I want to leave you all with a few examples on how you can put this information to work. So let's say you are a unit that currently does not have any type of built-up or leftover funding from the years past. Your first source of income will be from memberships. Let's say your members are all under 21 and you have 20 members. So each person paid $15 in dues, and your unit keeps $4.20 per member, leaving your unit with $84. This is a great start to building your finances, though be conscious of your goals. I would suggest of that $84, putting $75 in a savings account to prepare for your unit assessment fee that is due on March 1st of every year. While it could be discouraging that your unit only has $9 left, take note you already met the required goals. If your unit is in this state, I would recommend continually fundraising and saving your money. So take advantage of solicitations from vendors, branches, and college campuses to have incentives at your meetings and to support programs. As your unit gains more finances, be sure to meet your remaining required goals: quarterly, state convention, and national convention. A great next step for a unit in this financial state would be to have fundraisers to continue to save funds until you reach your goals. Let's do one more example. This next unit is financially stable and has $750 left over from previous efforts. They have already set aside their $75 assessment fee. This unit's priority would be on making sure that they can afford quarterly, state convention, and national convention. This unit should not be complacent in their current state and instead remain proactive. So if your unit is in this circumstance, you should still be acting as if you have no money in your account. This unit should be soliciting for incentives for general body meetings and asking for partnerships to sponsor with vendors. It is easy to think that spending $20 here or there does not make a difference in your finances, but those expenses can quickly add up and hinder your goals. Regardless of your unit's finances, you always have something to be working towards. Keep in mind these goals are not easy to meet, but continue to make small goals to contribute to your larger ones. Don't be discouraged by having to deduct money from your account to fund a needed or required event. The amount in your bank account does not reflect the great strides you have made towards adequate and reasonable budgeting. These are just a few pieces of advice that will allow you to meet required goals, save money, and allot them towards other ventures. This concludes the NAACP Executive Committee training segment over tips and tricks for budgeting your unit's finances. If you have any further questions, please contact your state area conference officers or email your state area conference advisor.